Oh, it's on fire again. Stop. Stay.
Leave it up to this guy to be welding with gas cans above his head.
Oh, yeah. Well, the gas tank's right there. So. All good.
So now what?
I'll hold for...
You're gonna do the other side?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
It'll hold for like 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah.
You got that, what is it? 30-30 guarantee, 30 minutes and 30 miles? It'll hold?
Let's do 2020 instead.
2020? All right, cool.
Because, year. 2020 already sucks now, so. This side will hold. That side I have no clue about though. Just because of how thin the metal is. It's like I just zap it and it melts away.
Yeah. Good enough.
I'll give it a couple more zip zaps and.
That's just to keep your fender from shaking around the hall.
Yeah. Oh, hot.
You got anything you want to say to the noisy plick?
I don't know. When he comes here, he better make some Australian food.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean...
Does he know how to cook?
Yeah, he's always cooking.
Okay.
So we actually talked about that, making different kind of meals and stuff. Because...
Has he had venison? That's the
Oh,
question.
I don't know. I don't know.
I just made some venison steak last night.
Yeah?
That was good.
No, I'm sure he has it. He's in New Zealand, so there's a lot of deer there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's...
Whitetail.
Yeah, probably different style deer.
Yeah.
Oh, that bird just flew in and flew right back out. Huh.
Oh.
All right, well, I'll let you go. So the video that I put in right before this, Colton was here the other day. I was helping him on his truck. Well, he was working in the shop. I'm just letting him use the shop and whatever. So he was getting all that stuff taken care of. And we've been trying to get the 35, this car here, we've been trying to get the damn, what do you call it? Rack and pinion for that thing. Thought we had the right one, and they called me back, says, no, it's not the right one. So that's been a pain in the ass. Everything else we pretty much have for it. We're just waiting to get the rack and pinion right now so I can make the thing steer. We've been going to car shows and swap meets and just super busy. It's been kind of crazy. And yesterday I went on that hike. That was really nice. Got out of the shop, just went and did something else. And then today I'm working on this bed, trying to finish it up, trying to get all the block sanding done. And I'm almost done with that. And I painted the, well, let me flip the camera around. So I painted all this stuff here, and I decided to go ahead and just do it with spray bomb because I guess he's gonna undercoat the bed or whatever. But I didn't want this to get all rusty when it was sitting at his shop. It might have to sit outside for a couple of days, so I'll get it in primer and then get it in sealer when I'm done with it. Excuse me. Just finished up doing puttying up all the little small imperfections everywhere. Trying to get that done, so I'll try to get everything block sanded one last time so I can flip the bed over and then block the top and then, do the last of the small details or whatever. And this thing should be done pretty soon, so I'm hoping to have it done today if I can. Got a lot of stuff that we need to do, and I need to get this out of here, and I need to get the 35 out of here so we can, that's gonna get sold. But I wanna get it out of the shop so it's out of the way. And then we have another project that we're gonna start on. But before I can start on that, I gotta get over to the body shop and get it cleaned up. And we have a couple jobs that we'll bring over here and do some metal work on. And then those cars will get painted and finished and out of here too. And then we got some really awesome projects coming up. So we'll see what happens in the next couple days. I just wanted to give you guys a quick shop update, and we'll see what happens. Well, I put the fender up top, so they're gonna pick this bed up Thursday. I think I'm gonna call it finished. He doesn't want it perfect. I told him, there's some block sanding and some small stuff some little details you can do that. He'll have his guys in his shop do that. So I might just call it done on this because the hours are building up on it, and I don't wanna charge the dude too much for all this stuff. So, turned out pretty nice. Well, I think this video is going to be just a bunch of mishmash stuff and whatever. I might put the videos of Colton working in the shop the other day and us messing around and whatever. But this morning, I wanted to show you the transmission and the bell housing cover and the new torque converter for Rogue showed up this weekend. And I got to thank Bishop's Performance for that. It was awesome that they brought it over to us and dropped it off and did all the work. And they completely polished the transmission. So when we get ready to do the paint on this thing, it'll be so easy to paint. You know, we'll be able to just spray it with primer and then sand it real nice and then paint it. But that's pretty cool that they did that. Thanks, Bishops. And then, like I said, this video is going to be just a bunch of mishmash of a whole bunch of stuff. But I was just talking to Aaron Herzog. We were laughing because the tire machine, I did the video on it the other day and talking about how nice it is and all this crap, and I ended up breaking it. Colton and I were in here Friday, I guess it was, and we went to use it. And it's been giving me problems with the pedal assembly. I noticed that you got to push on harder and harder and harder to get it to kick on the turntable, to turn the turntable. And then what happens is the pedal, there's only, I guess it'd be like an inch back and forth that you can adjust the motor. And it has a switch, an electric switch inside the motor. And then what happens is it's, you know, it's just getting sloppy. So it's not wanting to kick on. You can lift the pedal up and kick it on, but when you go down with it to step on the pedal, it's not working. So it needs to go like another 1/4 inch. And then the problem is this lame ass pedal, the way they timed it is, you know, it's like this, but it really needs to be like this. So it's pulling on that lever a little bit more. I hope I'm explaining that right. But I called Aaron Herzog. If you guys haven't checked out his channel on YouTube, go check him out. He's got he's an awesome kid doing some fabrication and stuff and just doing some badass work. But we were laughing. I called him on the phone and we were giggling about this piece of crap, this plastic pedal. So I'm gonna make a metal pedal right now. And I had this piece of stock right here in my metal pile. And what I decided to do is, since this is square, it's like 3/8 by 3/8 square. I think that's what it is. Maybe 1/4 inch. I don't know. Didn't even measure it. Yeah, maybe 1/4 inch. But I found this piece of stock, and I'm going to do 2 of these pedals, and then I'll just take a piece of flat stock and weld it on the top. But obviously this will be the bottom, so I'm mimicking this right here, because this is just a plastic pedal is just ready to break. I mean, that's like not going to happen, because the other piece already broke. So I know this is going to be the next thing to fail. So what I'm going to do is I drilled this and I took a 1/4 inch bolt, and obviously I'll use the shorter bolt when I'm done, but when I weld this on here, I can pull this bolt out of here and it's not going to mess up the threads. That way I don't get any welding cherries on the threads right here. And then I'll weld that piece of flat stock on here, and then it'll be like 1/4 inch steel plate, which is way overkill, but then that way I know it'll keep it from breaking again, you know, and I won't have the problem with the pedal again. And I'll just paint it black and it'll look the same. And I'm gonna make the pedal a little bit bigger, because you always miss this pedal because it's up against the tire machine. But enough rambling on. I'm gonna go ahead and do some welding and whatever, and get this thing put together. So this weekend too, I was telling Aaron when I was on the phone with him yakking, we went out in the woods. A guy called us and his truck broke down, and he was saying that he had a pulley that the serpentine belt, like I guess the belt fell off, and then he went and got a new belt in town, which is, when I say in town, that's 2 hours from us. And then he's out in the middle of nowhere at his cabin. And then he brought the belt back and he puts it on the truck. He goes to start it up and the belt just shot right off, and it was making all this racket and stuff. And he told me, yeah, it's got a serpentine belt that was locked up and making some noise. And so I went out there and all the coolant had leaked out of this thing, and I realized it was the front shaft of the water pump, and the whole shaft, impeller, everything came right out of the front of the water pump, just blew it to a million pieces. So that truck will be towed to our shop later today, and I'll probably do a video on like doing the water pump on that truck. So it was a mess, but it kind of cracked me up that, you know, it was kind of funny. I mean, not for the guy, but it was kind of funny for me that, you know, he wanted us to try to put an idler pulley on the thing and out in the woods. And I got out there, I'm like, there's no fixing this, not here, not now. So I was like, it's got to go to the shop. But I'm going to go ahead and get this nut welded on this thing, and that way I can get this pedal all put together. I'll get the nut welded on there, and then I'll start getting the piece cut for the pedal itself. So let's see what happens. I guess it helps if I hit record. So I made these years ago. I get sick of my the MIG welding stinger falling on the ground. It always slides off, you know, because you sit it like this and it just falls off on the floor. Super handy. Make one, you'll love it. Got that all welded up. Now I can pull that bolt out. Threads are nice and clean. So I'll get all set up so I can cut the other piece for the pedal. So I was just talking about how this pedal is going to end up failing. And where's it at? And I already noticed that right here, I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera, but there's a big crack right here in the pedal, in that plastic assembly, and it comes from back here and all the way around. So you know that the next thing it's going to do is going to break next to this bolt here, and then this whole pedal would just snap off. And you know, being that it's plastic, I mean, you know it's going to fail. I'm surprised that didn't strip out, because like I said, I was just pounding on this pedal with my foot trying to get it to work. And if you stepped on it really hard, the turntable on the tire machine would turn, but it just, after a while, just quit working. So I think what was going on is this pedal, between this pedal flexing and that bracket bending without breaking, the little plastic, it's got a little rocker on there, a little plastic rocker deal. And I'm gonna build a new one of those and get that put on there on the electric motor, and then build a new pedal, just something that's, you know, gonna work way better than this one, because this is gonna fail anyways. So I'm using I believe this is 1/8 inch flat stock, and I'm gonna just draw a pedal on here, kind of close to the same size as this one. I'm gonna probably add about a 1/2 inch here, and then I'm gonna add a 1/2 inch wider, because that pedal, your foot kind of misses it because it's right up against the tire machine. So I'll get this piece cut and then get it welded on. So I got the pedal that I made, and then how that's gonna work is I'm gonna cut this piece down right here so that it's the same size. And then I'll have this deal here, I'll put a shorter bolt in it, and then that way it'll tighten to that square rod, and then I could adjust this however I want it on there, and that'll be my pedal. And I don't know if I'm gonna maybe weld some dots on here so it's got some grip. I don't know yet, not sure, but we'll see what happens. But I think that's gonna work pretty good. And I'll cut 2 of these because there's one on the left side and one on the right side. I hope I'm not yelling, I got earplugs in. But it should work out pretty good. And I'll go ahead and get the other one cut real quick. I just welded these spot welds on there just so it has a little bit of traction when you hold your foot down on the pedal. And I got this, excuse me, I got this, both pedals finished up, and then they're still hot. So, and then I have the bolt welded in here so I can screw it down to that metal rod. So it's kind of mimicking this right here. At least it's made out of metal and not plastic, so it won't break. And then, you know, same thing, I put the dots on here for traction, whatever, so that your foot doesn't slip off, because these are real slippery and you gotta push on them kind of hard. But now I made it where that the angle is up more, so you don't have to push on them as hard. So it worked out good. All right, I'm back over here at the tire machine, and you can see how much bigger the pedal is now compared to the one that was on there. And like I said, that, you know, before I didn't like it because you always missed the pedal because it was in here. You know, it was like that much shorter. And then it was all the way, you know, the pedal's not real wide, so made this one a lot wider. It works awesome. Nice and easy now. And before, I had to step on this thing as hard as I could, and this would go all the way down to the ground, like that. And you can see the difference now. Now I just barely push on it. And that's what I wanted. But it worked out good. But anyways, thanks for joining me. Appreciate you guys, all the support on the channel and watching the channel and all that good stuff. And go check our other channel out, NZ Mopar, the Noisy Plick in New Zealand. Go check out NZ Mopar on YouTube. Thanks for watching.